Yeah, this is my last day working at your job at this job because I damn near had to smack one of your employees, and I don't got time to be getting a recipient's right claim on me. So with that being said, I'm just gonna remove myself from this job because I'ma catch a case. And she was like, what happened? I was like, it don't matter what happened, just know that this is my last day and you can take me off the schedule. Click. And I hung up on that bitch because bitch, I don't like you either. What's up, gang? You back in the cup with your girl Yaya. In today's video, we are going to be doing a story time with some seafood. I got me a little mini seafood bowl because y'all know I'm trying to be a little healthy now. So I'm trying to eat like portions and shit like that because you know a girl trying to lose weight. I know y'all, I look like a little boy right now, but my hair is fucked up. And I was not about to do my hair. I'm sorry. Like, I wanted to do a video, but I'm like, I'm being lazy, so I don't even feel like doing my hair. So this is how y'all about to get me, with a little hat on, looking like a little boy. But it's all cool because I'm still a Faniano, and that's on period. Say no. But yeah. So before I get into the video, I want you to like, share, comment, subscribe, put your phones up, put your wildin'. Say no. But yeah, put your phones up for me and hit that post notification bell so you can be notified when I post a new video. And if you're coming back to my channel, thank you. I appreciate it. And if you're new, please hit the subscribe button and just subscribe. You will love it here. But yeah, so got me a little seafood boil. This is about to be so good. And I got me a little water. I got me some rice on the side. I love eating rice with my seafood boil. Like, I would take the sauce and I like pour it inside of my rice, you know, to give it a little you know, rice just be pretty much bland unless you like spice it up. And then I'll be putting like some of my sausages in it. So I got, if I tell y'all what I got, I just got shrimp, eggs, sausage, corn, and potatoes, and rice on the side. But yeah, I'm gonna pour a little bit of this so it can get a little wet. Say no. But yeah, y'all, so I haven't did a story time in a while, and I feel like I'm gonna start doing more story times because I really have a lot of stories and like crazy stuff that didn't happen in my life, and just stuff I feel like that would be interesting. And I feel like most of my story times y'all actually like enjoy, and y'all be actually watching them. Sorry. And I want to like give content that y'all are going to actually like watch and enjoy and stuff like that. And I noticed that like on my story time videos, y'all actually kind of like my story time. So I'm gonna give y'all this story time. But hold on, let me put on my bib, my BB bib. All right, so this is a story time about when I worked at this group home. Back when I lived in Ipsy, when I was in college, I worked at a group home. What was it called? What was the name of that group home? I forgot, but basically I worked at a group home. And I was about to tell you the story time about how it was just so messy. I feel like all of the jobs that I worked at, minus the job that I work at now, was so messy. Like, it's just like females is so messy. Even like dudes, but you know, it be really the females. They be so messy. They always just want to start drama. They just always want to. It's just always something. And I swear, it seemed like females, like not all of them, but the majority of them, they always like seem like to have a problem with me or like just had something to say, because I was the type of person like when I went when I went to work, I did my job and I went to fuck home. Like, I don't know if they wanted me to be like gossiping with them and doing all the little extra shit they be doing, but I wasn't into that shit. Like, I really didn't want to be there, so I honestly was coming to do my job and go home. But I don't know. But basically, I'm gonna tell y'all a couple of things that happened when I worked at this group home. So if people don't know what a group home is, it's basically where like whether they're like senior citizens or people with disabilities or whatever. And basically, like, you go there and take care of them. So I basically did that for a lot of the time that I was in college, because it was very flexible, because you could like basically like you could take care of your patients, but for the most part you didn't have to do shit all day every day. Like, you just made sure they got their food, made sure they was washed up, smell good, made sure they got their medicine, you know, did little games or whatever they wanted to do. But for the most part, like, if they was chilling in their room watching TV, like, you had a little downtime. So I would like do my homework and stuff like that. So that was the clutch thing about that job. But yeah, so I'm gonna just tell y'all about when I very first started working here. So my friend Kieta, she had worked there first. So she had told me about it, like, yeah, whatever, because we was working on campus, and campus just wasn't it, and then we wasn't really making no money. So we had bills and shit, because we had stayed in an apartments and shit. So we was like, you know, we need some more money or whatever. So she had ended up started working there first, and she had put me on. So I had went and applied and got hired or whatever. So when I had got hired and stuff, at that time the house that they lived in was getting reconstructed, or it was like something, so I had to live in a hotel for a little while until the house got fixed up. So basically we had to work out of a hotel with the clients. So so first day out the gate, bitches was already on tip. So I walked in there or whatever. I believe that Kenyatta was there, but I was relieving her. No, I think I was relieving somebody else. I don't remember. But I think I was relieving these two other girls. So with that type of job, you can't leave until the next person comes, because somebody always has to be there with the clients. So I had came or whatever, and I had walked in or whatever. I was like, hey, you know, being polite, say hey. And then I had walked over because the manager had told me, like, when I get there, make sure I look over their service plans and stuff, so I could, you know, get to know the client and, you know like what's going on with the client and all that stuff. So I'm like, okay. So I immediately like go over to the books to try to see. So it was two girls that I was relieving, and there was another girl that I was gonna be working with. No, actually, I don't know. It was low-key like 4 bitches in there. Now I think about it. So I'm sitting at the table just looking over the book or whatever. So I hear one of the girls like mind you, we're in the same room, so it's not like I can't hear them. I don't know if they thought shit was sweet or thought I was like a bitch or something. I don't know. So they like she like, one of the girls like, I hope Belinda, which was one of the managers or whatever, don't think we about to be like training people. Like, mind you, I'm new, so who else you talking about? So she like, I hope Belinda don't think that we about to be training people and all this stuff. Like, just saying like little remarks and shit. And I'm like, it's like, once I started actually listening, because I really wasn't like paying oh shit. I really wasn't paying attention to them for real, because I was literally in a book trying to like, you know, read up on the clients and stuff. So once I started hearing them like saying like, I hope they don't think like we about to train, like, that's when I started being like, what? So I'm like looking, and I'm like, I instantly was like, oh, you don't have to do anything for me. Like, I don't need anybody to help me with anything. I was trained and I know what I gotta do, and I know how to do my job. So you ain't gotta worry about, you know, you ain't gotta worry about me, sweetheart. So no, but they was like, no, we just saying that because she like basically don't be doing her job and be expecting everybody else to do her job or whatever. I said, okay, but you know, like I said, You ain't gotta worry about it, sweetheart. Or whatever. So, I don't know, off that, they probably, I feel like that really, like, probably rubbed in the wrong way. Because they're like, this bitch. But no, I ain't no hoe. You ain't about to sit there and be talking shit and think I ain't about to say nothing. But, so, that was that. So, that was the first day. Like, the girls had ended up leaving or whatever. So, over that time, you could just tell that them girls was messy. Like, we had heard a whole bunch of, like, stuff that they used to be doing, like, before we had got there. Like, other people was, like, would, like, tell us and stuff. And I just used to be like, oh, I ain't used to be saying nothing. I used to just listen and be like, oh, okay, like, you know, I really don't give a fuck or whatever. So, it was this other instance where me and Kieta was working the same shift. And, what happened? Me and Kieta was working the same shift. And we had came in or whatever. And we was relieving these two girls. So, what the fuck did she say? One of the girls, like, when we walked in was like, basically like, I hope y'all don't quit. She was just saying, like, when I tell y'all these bitches used to always, like, say little slick shit and think that we would not say nothing, like, who the fuck do y'all think y'all are? I don't know if y'all used to do that to other bitches and, like, run other bitches off or whatever the case may be, but I'm not one of them. So, the girl had said something like, I hope y'all don't quit because of something. Like, basically, like, I'm, honestly, y'all, I can't even remember exactly what she was saying, but she was saying, like, some little slick shit, like, yeah, because, like, basically, like, we have to stay here if y'all quit and y'all need to come to work, like, type shit. So, we, like, me and Kieta instantly look at each other because we was already talking about them hoes, like, they be irritating us and they always, like, got some smart shit to say. Like, we was already had that conversation. So, when we walked in and they said that, we instantly was like, no, y'all, I think it was the other way around. I think we was about to leave and they were coming because they worked midnight. I think that's what it was. So, yeah, I don't know why she even said anything about us, like, quitting or anything like that. Like, they just was, like, nitpicky ass bitches, like, just wanted to start stuff with people. So, we, like, alright, like, we kind of was just, like, whatever. So, we had to use, like, a phone to, like, click out. To, like, dial, not click out. We had to use a phone to, like, punch out. So, he had on the phone trying to punch out. Dang, y'all, I'm so sorry. I do not remember the story like that, but I just remember the girl had said something to Kieta and was talking like, she was just saying, like, little smart shit. And Kieta damn near jumped over the table on this bitch, like, about to beat her ass. I told her to chill. Like, I think they started saying smart shit. And then Kieta had said something back. And it made them kind of start going back and forth. And I'm telling Kieta, like, stop arguing with these hoes. Like, basically, if they ain't trying to scrap, there's no reason for us to be arguing with bitches. So, Kieta damn near hopped over the table on this bitch. So I'm like, chill. I'm like, telling her to chill because you can't be fighting, like, in that type of setting because they were fucking, like, we were trying to be social workers and shit. She could have got her whole, like, couldn't been a social worker. Like, that's violating your recipient rights. You can't be fighting with clients and shit like that. So I'm telling her, like, to chill out. So the girl are acting all scared, like, I'm recording you. Like, bitch, you talk all that shit, but then when somebody about to hop over the table on your ass, you scared? Please make it make sense. So, you know, ends up leaving or whatever after that. So, the bitches just used to always, like, say little stuff or just try to, like, be funny about shit. And me and Kieta didn't find shit funny. So, we used to be ignoring them hoes. Like, we really didn't used to care. We used to be ignoring the fuck out of them because, y'all weird. So, it was this other time. I was working with this other girl. And she was real cool. I forgot, what was her name? Shakana? No, it wasn't Shakana. It was something. She had to get on name, but she was cool as hell. And this other girl, she used to be with like the girls that's always talking shit and just got a lot of mouth. And they had ended up down there was about to fight in there one day too. So I'm sitting up there just minding my business and stuff. And then I think the girl had like said some like little smart shit. When I tell you the girl that I told you that had the ghetto name, she motherfucking threw the books everywhere. She was about to beat, like when I tell you. So good. She literally was about to beat the fuck out of this girl. Like, when I tell y'all this job was so fucking ghetto. It was so fucking ghetto. Even down to the manager. Like, the manager, she used to be keeping up shit. Like, all type of shit. Like, the shit was crazy. Like, I could not stand that fucking job. But I needed my job, so I used to be trying to, like, be cool and shit. But the last straw... Oh, y'all, I gotta tell you another time. We fucking went out to eat. Like, they took us all out to eat as a, like, the staff out to eat or whatever. Why they was about to fight in fucking... We went to, like, a hibachi restaurant. They was about to fight in fucking the hibachi restaurant, because the big mouth bitches... They can't fucking keep their mouth shut. And they got some little liquor courage because they was like saying that we could get drinks, so they had got drinks. She got one of the girls got to talking shit. Like they was like talking shit amongst each other. But I wasn't really paying attention because I was eating my food. I didn't really give a fuck. So I wasn't paying attention to them that much. So I guess one of the other girls had heard them or whatever. And she basically was like, what? Like, what? Y'all hoes talk like, fuck? So, they like, you know, basically try to play it off like, and what you talking about? Like, anybody, them hoes was so scary. So then, one of the girls, her boyfriend had called her. Because I guess he was picking her up and she had to like leave early or something. So, she like, on the phone, her boyfriend like, yeah, like, you outside, or I'm about to go before I have to, like, she said some smart shit, like, before I have to be one of these bitches. She said some shit like that. So the one girl was like, what the fuck you say? Like, she started going off. They got to arguing. They damn near lunching over the table and shit. I'm like, this shit is so fucking ghetto. Like, I'm just sitting there like, shit my chin. Oh no, what had happened was she had said something and the girl heard her. Mind you, I was sitting next to the girl who was talking shit. And then it was Kenyatta, and I think it was the other girl. So we low-key was kind of sitting like at a table like this. It was like we all sitting like, you know how like the little hibachi should be. So she was like she had asked me, like literally asked me, and like when she had got off the phone, she was like talking shit. And I don't know if she didn't like think nobody heard her, but I don't know how she did. I don't fucking know. But them bitches used to be acting so delusional when somebody checked their ass. So she was like, I can't remember what she said, y'all, because this was so long ago. But she was like, did I say that? And I was like, yeah, you actually did. Like, I don't know why you sit up here trying to like, the fuck. So that's when the girl I told you started like going off and was like trying to launch over the table and beat her ass and shit like that. So the shit was just so fucking ghetto. I was like, bro, this job is so fucking ghetto. Like, it was just so irritating. Like, everybody always had a problem with somebody else, or it was just too much. So my last straw was like, mind y'all, I can't even like tell you every little thing that happened because it was so much. Just know it was just always drama. Bitches always just used to always say stuff that wasn't said, or just be trying to start shit. Like, they used to be having niggas coming up there. They used to be doing all type of crazy shit, not taking care of the clients for real, all just doing dumb shit. So worry about the wrong shit. Oh, and then there's one girl, like, actually the girl that I told you, I should have gave the name, but the girl that I told you who like launched over the table I can talk. The girl who had launched over the table at the messy bitch, she had she was telling me and Kenna like, yeah, like I noticed that once y'all started working here, Like, they got the, like, literally, they will fit. Most of them hoes, the messy ones, used to work on midnight shift because they used to want to do what the fuck they want to do because no manager was there. So, she basically was like, yeah, ever since y'all started working here or whatever, they started, like, trying to basically, like, look cute and come to work. And I was like, I don't see where the looking cute part is coming in that. But I didn't know it's like they'll come in like lipstick on and be trying to look cute. I'm like, nigga, it's like 12 o'clock. Like, I think they were like the 10 to 6 or some shit like that. Like, it used to be late. Like, why is you coming in with lipstick on, trying to look all cute and done up? Like, it don't make no sense. But I didn't even like pay attention to it until she said something, because I really just thought that's just how they were. Because like I said, like she said, when we started working here, that's when they started to do it, because she had been working here before us. So I'm just like, okay, that's weird, but okay. I really don't care because it's not even that deep. Like, me and Kieta used to come in there looking chill as hell, sweatpants, like nothing, like our hair, like in a ponytail, like it was a fucking job. But I don't know. But the last thing that pissed me off working at this job, that made me, I ended up quitting. Like, I had to quit because I was about to beat a bitch ass. Like, I was to my straw. I was like, I can't do this. So I feel like anybody that know that worked like in direct care or like at group homes, something like that, like if you work the midnight shift, you're going to sleep. I don't give a fuck what nobody said. Like, I ain't gonna say you're going full blown go to sleep, but I used to be taking little cat naps. Like, I used to sit on the couch and I do like this, and I rest my eyes or whatever, because the clients used to be asleep. Nigga, I'm up all fucking night. I'm fucking tired. Like, I'm not about to fucking, no. But mind you, you're not supposed to go to sleep. You're not supposed to do that. Obviously, I knew that. But you know, I used to rest my eyes from time to time. The fuck? So, there was this new lady, like, hey, mind you, she was like in her 40s. So, she had started working there or whatever. You know, I never had no problem with nobody, because I never gave a fuck. Like, even if somebody had a problem with me, I don't have a problem with you because I don't give a fuck. So, the lady, one day I was slumped like this and whatever, and I'm guessing she took I'm not guessing, I know. She took a picture of me and literally took it to the manager and told on me, like, show her, like, yeah, she's sleeping on the job, blah, blah, blah. So my manager had came to me or whatever and had asked me about it, and I had told her, yeah, because I'm like, I'm not about to lie. Like, obviously, if she asked me, she clearly know the truth. So I'm like, yeah, whatever. I had like dozed off or whatever. And she was like, yeah. And she ended up telling me, like, yeah, because somebody got a picture of you. That pissed me the fuck off. I said, who? I said, you know what? Because she wasn't going to tell me. So I'm like, what shift was it on? You know, because then I would have knew who fucking told. So she told me or whatever. And I'm like, oh, okay. So I'm like, yeah, she like, did she say, I don't even think she said she was going to fire me. I think she said she was going to write me up or something. But I already was literally to my, like, up to here with that job, because it was literally always fucking something. I even just, them hoes, like the managers, the co-manager, what the fuck they fucking call, the assistant, whatever the fuck they call, like, all of them bitches used to get on my fucking nerve. They used to always complain about any little thing. Like, it used to be literally nothing to do, and they just want us to do, like, too much. Like, I know, you need to assign me some work to do, or I'm not doing shit. Like, you got me fucked up. So, it was just one, so, back to what I was saying. So, basically, I think she said she was gonna write me up. So, I'm like, okay, cool, whatever. Like, that's fine. Like, I don't give a fuck. Because I was already in my head, like, this probably about to be, like, my last week. Because I'm not even fucking with this job no more. So, I'm already like, okay, I really don't care. Or whatever. So, I had told her, I'm like, when she had told me that, I'm like, well, she was making the schedule. So, I'm like, well, why are you making the schedule? Can you just put this as my last week? Because I'm good on this job. Because at this point, like, I'm starting to get irritated. And she, like, she basically was like, no, like, I don't want you to, like make this your last. I'm like, yeah, just put me on the schedule for the rest of the schedule, like, little period. I don't know if it was like a week or a week and a half or something like that, but I basically told her, like, put me on, I work the rest of that little stuff, but after that, I'm good on this job. So she like, okay, whatever. So, I don't know if it was I think it was the next day, and, I was working, and then I had looked at the schedule, because I'm like, when this bitch coming in? Because I'm checking this hoe. Because, bitch, don't ever take no motherfucking picture of me. I don't give a fuck. So, I had, I ended up looking at the schedule, and I'm like, damn, I don't work with her. So I'm like, damn, fuck. I didn't work with her like for the rest of the week. So I'm like, damn, I'm gonna go see this bitch. So I'm guessing somebody had ended up calling off. I think it was the next day I worked. Somebody had ended up calling off, and she filled in for them. So I'm sitting there because we had to like fill out these little books and stuff that we had to do like at the end of the day. So I'm filling out my books and stuff, and I was sitting in the living room, and the living room was literally like right by the door. So I had seen her walk in. I was like, boom, we got action. So no, but I'm like, yeah, we got action or whatever, because at this point I'm about to check this hoe. So I get to finish doing my books or whatever. So as I get done, I politely put my books down respectfully. I walked over there, and I was like, she was talking to the assistant manager. So I politely waited for her to get finished talking to her. So then as soon as she got there, I was like, I'm confused as to why you taking pictures of me. Y'all know this bitch act delusional? She was like, what are you talking about? I said, well, this is what we not about to do. I know for a fact you took a picture of me. Why the fuck are you taking pictures of me? And then she was like, ain't nobody, she literally was trying to say, like, ain't nobody taking a picture of you. Like, bitch, I already know. I was like, the manager already told me, so I don't even know why you sitting up here trying to act like you fucking slow. Like, you know what the fuck you did. And why the fuck are you taking pictures of me? I don't give a fuck. She's like, well, if you may be doing your job, I don't give a fuck about doing my job, bitch. I'm doing my job, bitch. If I want to take a little cat nap here and there, that's what the fuck I'm gonna do. As long as I'm taking care of these motherfucking clients and doing my job, why the fuck are you worried about what the fuck I'm doing with your weird ass? You too fucking old for that old ass bitch. I was going to fuck up on her. She had me fucked up. Like, you doing too fucking much, bitch. You only been working here for 2 days. You doing too much. So she basically like, why you mad? Like, who the fuck you getting loud with and shit like that? I'm like, bitch, you square up. What's up? Like, at this point, I'm like, we can go outside. So the manager like, no, calm down. I'm like, no, because this bitch being weird, trying to act like she don't know what the fuck going on, knowing that you being a weird ass bitch, and trying to get a bitch fired for what? I'm like, as long as I'm doing my motherfucking job and doing everything for these clients and they're asleep, and if I take a little cat nap, so the fuck what? Like, you taking your job too motherfucking serious. The fuck? Like, I was so fucking mad, y'all, because I already didn't like that job. And I'm like, why everybody always, like, trying me? Like, I don't be doing nothing to nobody. I never did nothing to this lady, like, at all. Like, never. Like, I always was, like, nice, polite, like, type shit. Like, as long as you're not on no bullshit, we don't on no bullshit with you. So it's like, you really going out your way to basically trying to get me fired, because that's basically like grounds to fire somebody. So I'm like, step the fuck outside. I'm like, let's go. So is this the manager? Like, no, Ayana, we're not gonna do that. I'm like, no, because this bitch, because she got the hopping up like she wanted to smoke. I'm like, oh, okay, bring your old ass outside, bitch. I'm about to show your ass or whatever. So she like, you're not even worth it. You're not, bitch, don't hop up if I'm not worth it. Don't hop up like you about to be on tip or whatever. So the assistant manager like, please just clock out. So I'm like, all right, I'm about to get my shit and go. I clocked out, whatever. As soon as I got in the car, I called the manager. I was like, I'm gonna tell you this right now. This is my last fucking day. I'm not working at this messy ass job no more. I'm not about to explain shit. I was like, because no, I think I was like, yeah, this is my last day working at your job at this job, because I damn near had to smack one of your employees, and I don't got time to be getting a recipient's right claim on me. So with that being said, I'm just gonna remove myself from this job because I'm gonna catch a case. And she was like, what happened? I was like, it don't matter what happened, just know that this is my last day and you can take me off the schedule. Click. And I hung up on that bitch because, bitch, I don't like you used to do too much. You used to always be sneak dissing. Like, she was a sneak dissing ass bitch. The manager was a sneak disser, and she didn't think that people fucked with me, or I don't know, she thought people fucked with her, but nobody fucked with her for real. I'm gonna tell you, her breath used to stink. She used to have fucking gum in her mouth, and her breath used to still stink bad. It was like, how your breath still stink with gum? That mean you got halitosis. But yeah, that's basically what happened when I worked at this job. Like, it was just so much drama. Like, the girls didn't like me, and then it's a whole nother story I can add to that. While one of the girls really didn't like me, but that's neither here nor there. But anyways, now I'm gonna tell you, she didn't like me because her best friend. Well, I didn't know her. I had started fucking with the one nigga that worked at another house within the company. I had started fucking with him, and that was her best friend nigga. But I didn't know that was her best friend nigga until like I said, it's a whole other story. But basically, yeah, she really didn't like me after she found out that, and she already was one of the mad ass bitches that was already like always mad. My friend Kieta Denver had to hop off the table on her. But yeah, she really didn't like me, so it always was like some bullshit, and she would always be trying to start stuff, and all the other bitches would always try to start stuff. But me and Kieta never gave a fuck because you're not worth our time. If y'all want to fight, we could go outside. Other than that, shut the fuck up. Period. But yeah, so that was the time when I worked at this. Oh, it was called Country Lane. That was the name of the group home, because it was on this street called Country Lane. I guess that's just what they call it. But yeah, so that's the time where I worked at Country Lane. I worked with a whole bunch of messy ass bitches, and they thought shit was sweet, and ain't shit sweet around here because who? Not me. Like, they really thought I was a sweet, like, what? I was like, oh, they met they motherfucking match. They ended up getting fired too. I forgot to say that. They ended up getting fired because, what did they get fired for? I don't know, but they ended up getting fired because they was some messy assholes. Like, they was always starting shit, and I think the manager had got tired of that shit, and I was confused because she was a messy ass bitch too, but okay. But I hope all of them clients are doing well at that group home, because they used to be doing them clients bold as fuck, and the clients was like, now I think about it, none of them can talk but like one, and he had like slurred speech. Like it was like they had disabilities, basically, like learning disabilities and physical disabilities. So we literally like had to take care of them. And like they used to be doing them clients bold, and I used to be feeling so motherfucking bad. And I'm telling, because you're not about to do that shit to them. But anyways, I just pray that they're still doing good. I don't know I hope everybody is still alive, because some of them was old. But I just hope all of them is doing well, and I wish them well. And I just pray they got some better staff, because baby, them girls used to be in there fucking. Them bitches used to be in there bringing niggas in there. Now, mind you, the fucking and the bringing niggas in there, I wasn't there. I was just always told that. But it was evidence that they did that. Somebody was growing weed in the fucking back, and somebody was growing crud in the fucking backyard. Like, the maintenance people that used to be like maintenance people that come, they was cool as hell. They was like, he actually had came to me. He was like, come here, let me show you something. So I'm like, all right. So he had put it in the garbage. So he had lift the garbage can up. If I still got that, I'm gonna insert the video in the in here. If I still got the video, I took a video of it. When niggas at your job be getting blowed. But yeah, he was basically like, come look at this, and it was literally like weed. Like somebody was literally growing weed in the back, and I damn near wanted to be like, let me pitch that bitch up, but. No, I was like, but he was like, he basically like, I ain't gonna say nothing. Cause that nigga probably low-key pinched some off his stuff, probably. Say nah, but yeah, that job was crazy. It was messy, and yeah, and I'm just glad and grateful for the job that I have now, because nobody is messy. Everybody is professional. I don't get into it with nobody, and it's all females. So, and it's still no drama. So, thank God for that. But that's gonna be the end of this video. Thank you for watching my video. Like, share, comment, subscribe, put your phones up, do all that good stuff for me. Turn your post notification bell on so you can be notified when I post another video. And yeah, that was basically the end. And tell me if y'all want to hear some more story times, since I got other story times. 4 days. So yeah, just drop below in the comments if you want to hear more story times from me. And yeah, I'm gonna end out this video. Peace and blessings.